And remember, submissions only as we get underway here.
I assure you, making one of these competitors quit will be easier said than done. Oh!
What a clothesline! Ouch! Boom! Ooh! What a stomp! Good grief! What a strike!
Earth-shaking power slam.
Guess that's one way to incite your opponent. Now leapfrog. Drop down.
Oh!
Boom, right in the button.
Slam down hard.
Beginning to look bad for her here, but I'd be surprised if she doesn't find a way back in control of this thing.
That's all well and good, Cole, but unless this leads to some sort of submission hold, it's all for naught.
This is where we might just see one of these women pull away from the other for good. She is on fire.
Beautiful technique.
You gotta like her chances now.
The end may be near.
I don't think this is gonna do it.
She fights out.
But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
Boom, what impact. She's on the defensive now. Here's what we're going to see what she's made of.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout.
Going for it all here. There's the cutter. She has got
Submission time. She better do something fast. And she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it, but that was impressive.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying a submission move.
She's looking at it.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm.
Ah, she gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important in a submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal, and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It all some good technique right there.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her.
I think we know what this is. You gotta believe this one's over.
She's got...
Look at this, Byron. She better do something fast. Not so fast. She breaks it.
Yeah, but it's got to just be a matter of time before she gets picked off here.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
when Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Daddy, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure 8 and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it?
Harsh impact.
Bringing it back into the ring. Back between the ropes. Gets out of the way of that one.
Look at her go.
Oh my God, what a slap.
Disrespect.
Side Russian leg sweep.
Nicely done.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now. Oh, the old head scissor. Ring rattling. She's looking absolutely fatigued out there. We might be looking at the end of the line for her.
That's over at this point.
Man, at this point, even the slightest mistake could cost one of these women the match.
She's got that gleam in her eyes. Here we go. Bang! Caught her!
That might have done.
Submission time. She better do something fast. The pain way too much. She has to tap out. A lot of action in that match. Let's have a look.
She's taking care of business. That's a woman on a mission. Oh, I can't believe this. And if you don't enjoy watching her perform, there's something seriously wrong with you.
Here is your winner, the Queen.
Big win despite absorbing a huge amount of punishment there.
I don't make the matches, but if I did, I'd put these two back in the ring ASAP. What an amazing match.
Listen to this Detroit crowd. I think they're already ready for the rematch.